Hello, welcome to the beginning of a vlog-based documentary. Welcome to the quest for pace. My personal goal is to run a sub 3-hour marathon. To achieve this goal, I not only need pace, but also endurance. The quest for pace will document my journey leading to the sub 3-hour marathon attempt. Let's do this. The quest for pace, however, is not about finding solutions to difficult stages in my training or to come up with a different training program. No, I tried out a lot of different training programs, a lot of different training styles, and I came to the conclusion none of them is really working for me. So I designed my very own training program. I really noticed a great improvement in my running performance, in my overall physical condition. So yeah, it is working, and in this case I just like to present my training program. I like to provide in-depth insights into my training sessions. I like to do gear reviews. I like to maybe discuss some motivational aspects. I like to do everything that will lead up to the ultimate sub 3-hour marathon attempt. I hope you find this documentary useful, and I hope you can maybe even get some ideas for your very own training. Maybe you're also at a point where you notice, okay, there are some interesting training programs out, but they are not working. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe you just need to come up with a training program that suits you, that is tailored especially to your needs. And so I hope that the quest for pace will also provide you with some ideas how you can come up with a good training program, how you can design your very own training program, and how you can achieve all your goals. I'm into running for more than 10 years by now. Running provides me with a feeling of freedom. When I'm running, I'm happy. When I'm running, I can relax. When I'm running, I can forget everything around me except for the activity of running. I can listen to my breath, I can listen to my footsteps. I even have a way more direct experience of nature, so everything is way more intense. I can feel the rain on my skin, I can feel the sun on my skin, I can feel the wind on my skin, I can feel everything way more direct when I'm out running. So the act of running already is an activity that completely fulfills me. In this case, I never really had some specific running goals. It was all about the run in itself. And so for the majority of the time I was just running, I was just enjoying the run, I was just doing it to be in this state of freedom. During this time I also often got asked, hey, are you preparing for a certain race? Are you preparing for a certain time? And I always said, no, I'm just running because I enjoy it. So people often were really surprised about this answer, but yeah, that's how I got into running, and that's how I feel about running. In the year 2019, I got involved in triathlons. So I prepared for my very first triathlon, and so some endurance sports related goals evolved. At first I just wanted to complete the triathlon. Then I wasn't quite happy with my time because during my very first triathlon I had to deal with very high temperatures, so it was way too warm. I'm not dealing well with heat. In this case I was quite unhappy with the time. I needed to complete my very first triathlon. I prepared for a second triathlon. I completed the second triathlon. I was more happy with the time. So I started to develop some running specific goals. And one running specific goal developed as I watched the Berlin Marathon in fall 2019. There I heard the commentators say, if you run a marathon, that's already a great achievement. But if you run a marathon sub 3 hours, then this is amazing. This is super fast. So I accepted the challenge. I want to run a sub 3-hour marathon. I started to prepare for my very first marathon. I ran my very first marathon in spring 2020. I completed my very first marathon in a time of 3 hours 30 minutes, which already is a great time, but I wasn't completely satisfied because there were a few things that weren't great. The main problem was that I ate too much for breakfast, I thought, hey, I am going to run for 42.2 kilometers, so I need a lot of energy. This was a big mistake because I couldn't really eat a lot during my marathon. So I had a lot of gels with me, but I couldn't consume all the gels because I felt so full. So ultimately I bonked around kilometer 35, 36 or so. I had to walk for 2 kilometers, and then I slowly started to pick up pace again. I could have been much faster during my very first marathon, but it is good that I learned this lesson. Don't eat too much for breakfast on a race day, I guess. The other thing I learned is I should have run longer distances in preparation. The longest run was 28 kilometers in preparation for my first marathon, and I really noticed it while running my very first marathon. I should have run longer distances. So yeah, this is my second lesson learned from my very first marathon. Now I'm training for my second marathon. The second marathon will hopefully be the desired sub 3-hour marathon. I'm really excited about this, and this is also why I started this vlog-based documentary. As said in the beginning, I like to document all the steps leading to my sub 3-hour marathon attempt. As said, I am not really documenting all the steps leading to this marathon because I am already in the middle of the training, but I can share lots of lessons learned. I can provide you some in-depth insight into each and every training session. I can review my gear, and I think we will have a great time during the next few months leading to my next marathon attempt. I hope you will join this journey and will be just as excited as I am about running marathons, running in general. In the next episode I will show you my training plan, the training plan I have developed myself, and maybe this training plan provides you with some ideas, maybe some suggestions how you can improve yourself. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay motivated, stay running. See you!